There it is.
There it is.
Yeah! Hey guys. Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of DLC. My name is Gerard Khalil, the completionist, and somewhere on the other side of the screen, I got Greg Wilmot, the mediocreist.
Aloha, everyone.
And our new...
top of the day, nightness. Hello, everyone.
And of course, our newest member to the crew is Alex Fasciani. Fasciani, what's good, my friend?
Why? Because we like you.
M-O-U-S-E, Mickey Mouse. Awesome. Our chat moderator for this evening is Foxhound. Foxhound, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Alrighty, guys, and our topic for today is the rise and fall of rhythmic gaming. Oh man, this one kind of makes me a little sad. Hold on, I gotta take these 3D glasses off because they're really starting to hurt my eyes. Trying to put them in my head. Now I look even more ridiculous.
Do it, Lefty.
You're number one. Yes. Well, I should just speak like this the entire time to be all set. Rhythm games, you say? Well, let me tell you. I used to play a mean washboard when I was a young boy, yes.
So for me, my experience with rhythm gaming started back with, at least my first experience was Dance Dance Revolution. That's kind of where I started. Konami had, Dance Dance Revolution. They had Beatmania, Bemani, and all these small little Japanese not musical kind of production companies coming together to create a lot of interesting music, of course, kind of in the Japanese anime style that became mainstream in probably the early, I want to say, early to late 2000s is when it finally started becoming mainstream here in the States. But Dance Dance Revolution, I think, was for me the beginning of what rhythmic gaming eventually came out to be. And
I think that was the beginning for me, too. The beginning of laughing at people playing games.
yes. Oh, yeah.
Boom roasted.
I was always... So, fun side story, I actually used to be like 300 pounds when I was a small kid. Because I was a fat guy.
So you weren't a small kid?
I was a big kid. Big kid now, bum bum. And so I started playing Dance Dance Revolution religiously for about 9 months, and I dropped about almost 100 pounds in 9 months. And then the rest of the weight I shed off just from growth spurts. But playing DDR every day, going to the local arcade, really kind of just getting into tournament, because there was a huge, DDR had a huge scene. People would go there, and
Yep.
you go
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh yeah, you go to the arcades, you put your quarter on the machine, and that meant that you were up next. And if you got a double A, but you were in the high double digits, you were laughed at. You had to get underneath like 10 greats. It was a
I
pretty...
can tell you, I never played that game because I wouldn't want people watching me because there was always like a huge crowd around DDR.
Oh yeah, I
don't want to do that. I'd rather just eat my sandwich here in the corner and play some skee ball.
Yeah.
I always got made fun of. I always would get
Nobody
made fun
watches
of.
skee ball.
In fact, one of my first girlfriends refused to go out with me in public if there was a DDR machine somewhere nearby, because I'd always want to play.
That's how you know that she's a good girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
She's embarrassed to be with you.
Oh yeah.
She's
Oh, yeah.
embarrassed to see you do the things you love.
Yep.
As any woman should.
So from there, we're gonna move on to my timeline. Obviously, we had things like Bemani, which was basically the early version of DJ Hero, which I think is more complex and more awesome than DJ Hero. And that kind of coincides with Dance Revolution. Then there was like other variations of rhythm games. There was what was it called? It was a Japanese game, but it had the drums and the huge sticks.
Drummania.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there was
one-
Drummania, and then there was another one where it was like
It's like Taiko something. It's a
It's like
Japanese name.
Taiko
Yeah, it's
Drum
like
Master.
the
That's
Drum
right.
Master. Yeah, that's right.
See, the chat's on top of it. They all know it. That's great.
Drum kids.
Drum Kids. For a second, I thought that said Drunk Kids, which is like, that doesn't seem like a great rhythm game.
Tycho Drunk Kid.
I'm
I don't
gonna go get a Happy Meal now. Drunk Kid.
Gotta get the bottles of booze. From there, we move on to, at least in my personal experience, we move on to what we all kind of knew and love from
The clickety-clacky.
the clickety-clacks of Guitar Hero.
Oh, all day, every day in college.
Oh, man. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I remember when, this is moving ahead in time, but when, Jordy, you first got Rock Band, and we created our band.
Oh, there's Brian! The infamous Brian story!
Oh, yeah!
Okay, so, quick side tangent. Greg and I, Greg wasn't very great at rhythm games, but I was really good, and we didn't have two guitars at the time, so I gave Greg the guitar, and I got the microphone, and we, did the online play to match up. And we got...
And keep in mind that this is while we were ditching history class.
Yeah, we were ditching class to do
Great.
this. And so we get online, and in one person, in our bandmates, one of our bandmates' name was like Death Reaper 562, whatever, and then the other one, his name was just Brian. Flat out
Oh my
Brian.
God.
Like, there was no zeros, no ones, no X's, no under, just Brian was his name.
That guy was like, Xbox Live exists? On it.
So he put his...
I'm gonna make my name Brian.
just flat out Brian. And so we start playing what was it, Greg? I think it was like Smells Like Teen Spirit.
I honestly don't know
And
what
we
the
start
song
jumping
was.
on, and I start singing the song, and I was making fun of this kid from the beginning because he did expert drums. Like, no one does expert drums if they think they're that, they're any good at Guitar Hero / Rock Band. So I'm like, I have to make fun of this guy because he does expert mode. So we're playing, and I start singing, and the minute he starts messing up, I just scream into the mic as loud as I can, Brian! Brian, you get back on the drum set, Brian!
What it was is, I will admit, I am terrible at Guitar Hero and Rock Band. I can play real instruments, but when it comes to video games, I cannot do it. So I was sucking really badly, so he kept having to save me on the drums, and after a while he was just like, screw this, I'm not saving you anymore. So he just stops playing. So the Gerard is just screaming into the mic, Brian! 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 While singing the song, like, pick up the drums, Brian!
So he's like,
Brian, pick up the
but like
drums!"
in between the verse, so Brian, pick up the Brian, you get back on that drum set.
So to this day, that's why in the Mediocrist episode, I go, Brian, get back here!
That's
and then
right.
walk off the screen.
That's
That's
right.
where that is from.
Anyways, the point was going back about Guitar Hero.
Yes.
We had Guitar Hero 1, Guitar Hero 2, and Guitar Hero Rock the 80s. Rock the 80s was really, really great.
A1 game.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. Also, on Guitar Hero 2, you had two great tracks. You had Death Clock, and you had Strong Bad with Trogdor.
So great.
The Burninator.
Yeah, just in my opinion, we had the last good Guitar Hero game, which is Guitar Hero 3. That I feel was kind of where we saw the fall in rhythm games, because at that point, Harmonix, who was responsible for creating most of the peripherals and the development of the software and interface with Activision and Neversoft and all those companies, they broke away and they got together with MTV and what else with EA to create Rock Band, which was, there you go. It's like, boom, you've got a new company creating new versions of what Guitar Hero started. So they introduced drums, microphone, bass. So obviously, at that point, rhythm gaming was huge. Everyone was going out. Guitar Hero, I started working at Best Buy right when Guitar Hero 3 came out. And
Right.
Guitar Hero 3 and Rock Band were always sold out. They were always sold out. People were buying consoles. They were flying off the shelves just to get them. And then all of a sudden we started seeing an eruption of insane Guitar Hero titles. And Rock Band. From there, we had Guitar Hero 3 and Rock Band. Then it went to Guitar Hero Aerosmith. It went to Green Day Rock Band 2, Guitar Hero World Tour, which basically did the exact same thing that Rock Band did before, and they created that guitar with the slide controller aspect and fun
Lego Rock Band.
Lego Rock Band. That's right.
To be fair, Lego Rock Band was extremely well done and had a great soundtrack that you could export into your entire Rock Band library, which I'd say was worth it.
Wait, there actually is a Lego Rock Band?
You didn't know that? Yeah, Greg.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe 2 years ago it came out. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, another thing with it was only $50, and instead of paying $60, the last $10 for it, you'd use to import the tracks to Rock Band 2, which then they would import to Rock Band 3 when that event came out.
Yeah.
So
And it was super
really
poppy
good.
too, right? It was like a lot, like the songs were like a lot less hardcore, right?
They were a lot less hardcore, but they still had some great songs like Fire by Jimi Hendrix and like The Final Countdown and even some a
great.
very risque Spinal Tap song, which was definitely not for kids. I don't know how it made the final cut.
We also had Ghostbusters. That was always fun to rock out
Yes,
to.
it did.
Awesome.
Anyways, back to our topic.
Okay.
So our topic is, again, going back to the Rise and Fall of Rhythm Gaming. So we had I just posted in the chat. This is a link up for you guys watching at home eventually, and do it again. This is a little graph of kind of the life and death of Guitar Hero. This is on IGN. Someone over there made this. But fun fact, in the lifespan of the Hero franchise, they've made 19 games total. 5 years and 19 games
Freaking
later.
believable.
Wow.
That's
Unbelievable.
that's including DJ Hero, Band Hero. I mean, I honestly want to know what the thought process was behind Band Hero if they already had Guitar Hero. Like, I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Was it a branding issue? That's one thing I never understood is that
Maybe it's Big Band Hero.
No, the reason for
Trumpets.
the reason
Glenn
for
Miller,
Band Hero,
everybody.
Band Hero was made to try and make a Guitar Hero game that was more accessible to the kids. So like,
Yeah.
there's no metal in the game. It's only like pop and like funk.
Well, for me, I think the problem that happened with rhythm games in general is when we moved them home. I mean, sure, we had DDR and stuff like on PS2 and whatever, but for whatever reason, there wasn't a lot of a marketing push behind it. But once it stopped being an event, like you were saying, like the big thing for you for DDR was that you could go and like experience this culture. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I love that you're talking about marketing with the Mickey Mouse hat on.
Yeah.
Continue, Josh.
I'm gonna take this off. I think the problem is that we brought the experience home, and so how many times can we really, get the same exact thing? I mean, we had Guitar Hero, and that was great. And in my opinion, I think Rock Band sort of like perfected that formula. You know what I mean? It took it to its logical conclusion. Let's say guitar, bass, singing, drums. You know what I mean? And I guess we added keyboard later, which was kind of an afterthought, I think. But once we had it home and we had all this shit in our house, and how many fun parties can we have where we play Rock Band all the time before we get tired of it? And then like you said, 19 games. It's like us as a gaming community can only take so much of the literal exact same thing. I mean, we all talk about Call of Duty being similar to each other, but this is literally the same thing.
Yeah. The big thing for when we had Rock Band on its kind of coming in was the big issue was compatibility. I was that idiot, and Greg can contest to this, that went out and bought Rock Band and Guitar Hero bundle packs. I spent over $400 on plastic instruments.
Yeah.
Because they don't work with each other. If they don't,
Right.
are you kidding me? They don't work with each other.
And also, when they do work, they work for a couple months until they break.
And gotta go spend another $100 again.
Gotta go spend it.
like that was the big problem for me, was having to buy, and then of course they just go, oh, we should go ahead and patch it. There you go. It's like, you're gonna patch it? You're too late to patch it. I already spent the money on these pro instruments, and then not to mention.
Am I crazy that they were compatible and then they weren't compatible? Didn't that happen?
Yes, that totally happened. They worked for a bit, and then they released a patch to not make it work. Because there was that issue of, we don't want... It worked on the 360, but not on the PS3. PS3 users were screwed.
Yeah,
That's like the backwards compatible PlayStation 3s.
Exactly.
The ones that were compatible, though, was all Guitar Hero merchandise worked with Rock Band. It was the original Rock Band Stratocaster that did not work with Guitar Hero 3, but after Guitar Hero 3 and Aerosmith, they worked with every Guitar Hero from then on. But it was mainly just because they Red Octane still had bad blood between harmonics and the whole split.
Right.
Unbelievable. That's really what it was.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, it all comes down to money. You know, that's the unfortunate truth these companies want out of us. But of course, I mean, I had to some credit, the one Rock Band game I thought was phenomenal from the ground up had to have been Beatles Rock Band. I thought that was great. Well done. It was a great tribute to kind of going in the day in the life of the Beatles and what they were.
A day in the life. There it is.
There it is, DLC.
DLC.
There it is.
See you guys later, folks. We'll see you next time. Ciao.
Can't beat these songs.
All right, are we off the air now? We done? We good?
Where are the cameras still
All right.
on?
See you folks later.
Greg, do you have a pipe? I think you need a pipe for this. You don't have a pipe, do you?
If you can just imagine this pipe in his mouth.
Greg, why are you looking at the camera like that?
I will have no pipes being imagined in my mouth. All right, so
Anyways, so from there we moved on. They made too many Guitar Hero games. I think the last Guitar Hero game was Warriors of Rock, Legends of Rock, one of the two. I think it was Warriors of Rock.
You could say any vaguely metal thing and it would be the last Guitar Hero game.
I know, right? And of course we had Rock Band 3 was the last one. In the conjunction of everything, we eventually had the things with DJ Hero. DJ Hero was huge.
I remember you got the collector's edition and used it once? Maybe once?
0 times.
You never used it.
You've never played
No,
DJ Hero?
I brought it because my brother really wanted it, and I bought it, and then, like, he never used it. In fact...
Oh, I don't want to play that.
Yeah, he was like, dude, totally get it, bro. Fun fact, it's in my room right over there, still in that stupid box.
I remember when you tried to sell it.
No one wanted to buy it. But anyways, from there we had the end of DJ Hero, which eventually turned into Just Dance. Yay! Katy Perry loves you all, guys.
Before we continue with Just Dance, I would like to point out, though, since 2 weeks after the launch of Rock Band, there's been every week consecutive DLC for Rock Band.
That is very true.
They have not slipped up, and for someone like me who's a really big part of, like, I'm really into the community and playing those games, I already have, like, there's over 2,000 songs that you can have now. My library is only 300. But it just constantly allows you to keep going back and playing those games, and whether you're a leaderboard person like me or you're just like, casual gamer, I really think that Rock Band was just the pinnacle because it kept it going and it's still going. And Rock Band has a new game coming out in 2 weeks. It's called Rock Band Blitz that is going to be available.
That looks great.
Yeah, it's basically like frequency and amplitude. And the cool thing with it, all your Rock Band DLC gets transferred into it for free once you purchase it.
Unbelievable. That's what I was going to say earlier, is that amplitude and frequency are the two games that really got me into rhythm games.
Good. I got to tip my hat to Harmonix because they've been very dedicated from the beginning for their product. I always found Guitar Hero DLC always upset me because you would download it and it'd be stuck just to that Guitar Hero game.
Yeah, it was really pricey when compared to Rock Band's. It's $2 for one song, and Guitar Hero at first it was almost like $5 for like one song.
And plus the community is pretty big. If you really want to, you can try and get a song published on there. Like, Greg, if we had the power to, if you wanted to, we could create Shirako the Laser Clown theme song, and with all of our might, if there's enough support out there, you audience, we could get Harmonix to throw Shirako the Laser Clown on Rock Band.
That would be pretty funny, actually.
That would be epic.
Let's make it happen. Well, we're going to move on real quick to the end of Rhythm Gaming, in my opinion. So we had Just Dance. Just Dance Will Be Okay. That was kind of what I felt like was really starting to be the end of it.
It's barely even a game. It's when that's how all games die, is when they move to being a casual game, and it's just like basically a bunch of drunk people in a room jumping up and down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But there's also the slew of rhythm.
So it's like a club?
Yeah, it's basically just a club in your house.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go start a club.
I mean, they're fun. I'm gonna say that they're fun, but I've had fun with them before. But I just feel like it's barely a game in the way that Rock Band or DDR or Samba de Amigo or Donkey Konga or any other rhythm game. It's a game.
Well, the chat's been blowing up. They keep saying Parappa the Rappa, how that was a great basis of what, Parappa the Rappa, Elite Beat Agents.
Yeah.
The kind of the portable essence of rhythm gaming was huge, and I think that's what kind of led to things like, Guitar Hero DS and Rock Band.
Theater Rhythm.
Yeah, Theater Rhythm actually.
It's fucking great.
The one game I played at E3 hundreds of times, again and again, was Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm.
Yeah,
fantastic game, fantastic, especially if you're a Final Fantasy.
If you love Final Fantasy stuff, yeah.
Oh yeah. So Just Dance came around, and then we moved on to we went to Dance Central. That was huge for the Kinect. One of the few Kinect games I actually do own because I actually have a good time.
Sports 2?
I don't own Kinect Sports 2 or Kinect Sports at all.
What about the third one?
What?
That eventually Kinect Sports 3 is not happening. We know that. Alex, you told Greg that. You told him that.
Don't actually work for Xbox, you guys. I hate to break the rhythm.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot that was you in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Caught me right before my Nintendo.
I interviewed a car.
The new thing was, let's try and make a rhythm game that actually teaches you how to play an instrument.
I was just about to go there. Rocksmith.
Yeah,
Rocksmith had a
Yeah.
very large presence at E3. Not this year, but the year before it.
Yep.
And also, I don't think it was Konami. It was another company. They also tried to do Rock of the Dead, which was basically House of the Dead, but with your guitar.
It's like Typing of the Dead, but with a guitar.
Exactly.
Okay. Wii Music. That's the death. I forgot about Wii Music. That's the death of rhythm games.
That was the death right there. That's what led to the death. That was like, we saw that, and it just was like, we're done.
Oh my God, Wii Music. Forgot about that.
Wii Music.
You just
Thank
got
you.
really disappointed.
Thank you, Dark Hero. Have you ever played it?
It's
No, I
depressing.
haven't.
Oh, it's
You hit two buttons back and forth, and there's no rating system or anything, so you're not even playing.
Oh my god, that sounds like a game that I can play.
It's so bad.
I'll be right back.
And so I think that's basically, in my opinion, that's kind of, to my understanding, where it's all kind of, ended. Guitar Hero is not coming out with any more new versions. Surprisingly enough, good to hear that Harmonix is still at it, although I know funding is very limited for those guys. That's why they've gone down the indie music route, because they can't afford to keep releasing DLC for major bands like they used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just not selling.
When we come back from our break, we're going to take some calls from the audience.
There it is.
There it is.
there it is.
DLC, there it is.com.
There it is.
There it is. Star Power! We're back.
There it is.
There it
DLC,
is.
there it is.com /. Hey guys, so before our break, we were discussing the rise and fall of rhythmic games. And as always on DLC, we want to provide more downloadable content to our audience by taking some calls. So
Some dolk.
some dulk.
Here's some dolk for you.
Dick.
Very
So,
dolkness.
the first person up to be on the call is a longtime fan. His name is Vipes. This man is at every one of our live streams, whether there's 100 people or only 3. He's a very avid supporter of the show. Vipes, how you doing, man? Thanks for being on the show.
Oh, it's good to be here.
So, Vipes, give us your 2 cents on what you think happened to games, to the rhythm games. Do you
Well,
think
to
that
be honest,
you think they can come back, or do you think that it's kind of over? Are they done?
well, I think everything has a possibility of coming back, but I never knew they took a hit. I never knew they fell.
Really, you didn't realize there was no new Guitar Hero coming out every 4 months?
No idea, but it would make sense because we've had this Rock Band set in the shop for like 4 months and hasn't sold at all.
Oh yeah.
So
There you go.
Did you buy a lot of them plastic guitars and whatnot?
not a one.
Not a one.
No, I wasn't very much big into it. I respect for what it was, and it was a good idea, and I respect that there was a lot of fun of it, but I just didn't get into it.
Why not? Just because it's not for you?
I just wasn't. Well, when it first all started to catch on, my friends really took on to it, and it suddenly became all they wanted to do. And it's like I go over there and it's like, hey, you guys want to play some Melee? And they go, no, we're playing Rock Band.
That was like hanging out with Gerard in college. Most of the time, it was Guitar Hero and Rock Band.
For the first 2 years, then we just put it away, never played it ever again.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
You guys played a lot of that.
You know what? It was my roommate that played a lot of it. I'd come home and he'd be playing it, and I would just be like, I wanted to play something else, but he wanted to get so good at the game. You know, another thing about Rock Band and guitar, think about it now, is that the ladies loved it. And I don't mean like the ability of rocking out, but there was something about like women just loved
Super down, yeah. Super
Yeah,
down
they were
to
always
play the whole
down. They were
time.
just like, oh, I'll sing, or oh, I'll play drums, or I'll guitar, I'll play guitar,
All guitar.
all guitar.
Hey guys, don't worry. All guitar this one. I should say that at my next gig. Hey guys, I'm gonna guitar.
I'm gonna guitar, guys.
I'm gonna guitar a little bit for you guys now.
I'm tambourine. I got it.
I'm tambourine.
Okay. Oh well. Okay. So Vipes. So let me ask you a question then. So do you think that rhythm games are separate from game? Do you think they're not legitimately game? Do you think like you said like oh let's play Melee and they'd be like no I want to play Rock Band. Like does that to you? Is that because in your mind rhythm games aren't quite games or what do you think?
No, I think they're quite the game. They take good skill at button pressing and skill with your fingers, and it definitely seemed fun for me. But it's just when you're forced to take something in, you kind of tend to reject it a little. So,
I get
but
you.
I definitely think they took skill, and I definitely think a lot of people had fun, and it was a really fun thing. I definitely think they're in the game section. They deserve to be there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do you think you're ever gonna pick it up, guitar a little bit, do a little
Oh.
guitar?
Probably not. I'm more fitted with a controller, just little controller.
Yeah, I never owned any of the Guitar Heroes or anything. I always played them at other people's houses.
I was the sucker who bought every single frickin' game.
Yeah, me too.
It's Gerard.
Me three.
Before we take our next call, I have to say this. When Vibes brought it up, we're talking about games, and it just something sparked in my mind. A quick side story. You guys remember SingStar?
Yeah.
SingStar was huge for I think
Oh, yeah.
I think a day.
Yeah. One huge day. One great day.
One great day, and that was the day it came out. And I was the sucker that bought it because I wanted to play it, and I bought it for a friend. One of our friends, Dylan, his dad wrote the song "Always Something There to Remind Me,"
Oh, great.
and that song was the title track of SingStar.
Star.
So the whole night he was getting really pissed off because that was the only song anyone knew on the game. and he had to sit there and listen to everyone sing his dad's song all night, and he just like as the night went on, he got more angry. And the funny thing is that the guy is like all about peace and love and happiness. So just to see like that kind of person get really upset over that one little thing just cracked me up. Our next caller, his username goes by Hockey Life 21. Hockey Life. How you doing today, man?
Doing great. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for calling in. So tell us your 2 cents on what do you think about rhythm games. Are they making a comeback? Are they gone? Are you depressed about it? What?
Well, I'm actually in a band and I'm a drummer, so like being a musician, it kind of sucks seeing like the games not coming out anymore. I mean, Rock Band is still coming out and that's great, but like I was big on Guitar Hero and I was actually playing it today, but I feel like if you play an instrument and like the songs in the games are like the songs you listen to and like the stuff you play, you kind of appreciate it a little bit more. And
to kind of
yeah.
add to what you were saying, you said you were in a band. I played drums too when I was in high school, and I was in a ska band. And when Guitar Hero came out, I just remember, and guitar, South Park did this the best, where it just was like, where people would rather learn how to play Guitar Hero than play the actual guitar.
Yeah.
Heroin Hero.
Heroin Hero. And Rehab Hero.
You almost got me.
You almost got me. I love that though. I just love the fact
You
that
can play it acoustically. Click, 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 click.
Oh, well, I was going to say, so, you were saying that you're bummed because the games aren't really made anymore because you're in a band and you feel like it's not repping bands so well, right?
Yeah.
Anymore in the game scene. But I feel like, I'm in a band, and I know, Greg, you're a musician too, right?
Uh-huh.
And I feel like a lot, like, for a lot of the music community, I feel like a lot of them don't like music game. I feel like they think that they're kind of insulting.
Yeah,
I've been seeing it in the chat too. That like
Yeah.
it's not real guitar. You know what I mean?
Like musicians like go on like the YouTube videos and they're all like, oh, you learn how to play a real instrument, but like most of the people who are like really good at the Guitar Hero games are like actually really good at guitar too.
Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, I get
Yeah, I'm terrible at Guitar Hero.
And it's kind of the same thing with like, I hate to bring these up, but it's Guitar Hero. The same thing happened. It's gonna happen to Call of Duty and it happened to Tony Hawk already. I mean, like they just kept pumping out games too quickly and it wasn't necessary and they just killed the series. So and I hate to bring this up too, but I don't know if you guys remember, but at the Nintendo press conference this year at E3, they announced Sing for Wii U.
Yep. That actually looks kind of neat though. I think that's a cool innovation.
I don't know too much of it. What is it like?
It's kind of like karaoke where you stand in front of you turn around from the screen, you don't face the screen when you're playing, and you're looking at the lyrics, so you're like on stage sort of in front of your friends, and you like on the screen, in addition to the lyrics, it's like, everybody now! And like they all sing with you, and there's microphones, and like, the controller has a microphone, the Wii,
Oh, yeah.
it can hear you.
I was expecting it to be like Wii Music. I didn't play Wii Music, so I don't even know what it's about, but...
Oh,
that's what I
God, don't ever play Wii Music.
I don't know about you guys, but I got my Wii Fit just for Wii Music.
Do you have Wii Music, Drawer?
I do.
Oh, boy, I know what we're going to play after.
We're not playing Wii Music. Please, God. There you guys go. That's our goal for Alex. So now his new goal, 500 followers, he will play Wii Music.
I will 100% Wii Music for you guys on the live stream.
If he gets 500 followers, he will 100% Wii Music.
Gerard, maybe you should do an episode on it.
Oh, God, no.
If I get 1,500 followers, I'll do an episode of Wii Music.
Oh, God.
There you go.
That's only 400, folks, at McSquaresville.
Our last caller, who's notorious for the live stream scene, one of our most loyal fans. I'd say he's a fan of all of us on Normal Boots. A big fan of Continue, a fan of us. It's Matt.
Also a fan of chicken.
Matt, he took
Loves
the chicken.
chicken.
Matt, he took the chicken Tilby.
Going well, guys. How about you?
Doing pretty good. So
I'm doing great.
give us your 2 cents, man. Tell us what's up with rhythm games. What do you think?
Well, I'll just say I started pretty late. I bought Guitar Hero World Tour #4 and then Guitar Hero 5. I only bought the one controller. Basically, I bought the guitar for World Tour. Didn't need it for 5, but to be honest, the only reason I bought 5 was because there was a Muse song in it. You can tell apart from, like throughout all these games, it's basically the core game. Nothing really changes. So, like, obviously nothing changes, so I like the fact that they simply allowed, like Foxhound was saying, you can download these tracks from, the PlayStation Network or Xbox Live. And I think that's a great model because, nothing else is going to change in the game, but all you want to do is just get more songs onto it, so you can just download these songs. So, I've downloaded a few. I haven't played them in a while, to be honest, because obviously other games have come along. But, hearing that these certain games come along, I'll think like, oh, maybe I want to pick up, the guitar again and try it out. So.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Here's a question for kind of you, Tilby, and for all of us. Do you think rhythm games can come back? Now, I don't mean dance, whatever, because those are going to keep coming every year. But would you be surprised if tomorrow Activision goes, yo, what up? We're bringing Guitar Hero back. Here's Guitar Hero, whatever.
Wait, is the CEO Jock?
Yeah.
My brother.
Yo, what up?
Yo, what
The
up?
other guy for Activision is just a hype man.
Personally, I think it can, because I think a few people have sort of mentioned in the chat. They've been mentioning a game called Rocksmith, which is basically it's Guitar Hero, but you plug in an accessory into a real guitar, and you can play these games with the real guitar. And I think that's a sort of novelty that these sort of games have been missing. And people who already have a guitar will say, okay, well, I didn't like buying this plastic, guitar controller. At least now I can just use my real guitar. And
You can
much
actually
easier.
learn the songs.
Exactly, yeah.
And everybody who wants to have it already has a guitar.
Freddie,
That's kind of what I enjoyed about it was like you could either just download a single song, like ones that you enjoyed, or you could download like track packs from certain bands that come out. So one week it might be the Black Keys, next week it might be the Hives or something. And it was these week-by-week things, as Foxhound said, that really sort of got me interested in thinking, oh, maybe I should go and buy one of these packs or buy one of these songs, which I did. So
I think the future of rhythm games has to do with that Rock Band thing that came out where you can make your own songs.
Yeah, I forgot.
See, there's
Rock Band
ways.
Nation.
all right, guys. Well, this is the part of the show where we wrap things up. Final thoughts, guys, on what you think about the rise and fall of rhythm games. I strongly feel that maybe it's just me, I want to see DDR come back in a big way. I'd love to see it back in the tournament level again and big. I know it's big in Japan, but we're not going to see it here in the States ever again. At least in the nicer way, because they do like Oops, I Did It Again and all these American pop songs on there. It kind of kills it. I think I even played Glee one time at E3, like a Glee DDR thing. Just was not good. But I don't know. I think that where I am right now, I'd love to see another Guitar Hero game. I'd love to see them do it so it's not. I don't know. There's something so charming about the first 3, and then things got out of control.
Yeah, I think I had my fun in college with it. It doesn't matter with me. I'm good. But I mean,
I think that if it came back, I think what I'd like to see is something totally new. We've done the dance games, we've done the drums and shaking shit games. We've done the guitar games.
shaking shit.
The Amiga's game.
Yeah, we did that. We did everything that we've done. Let's see something totally new, and I'll get behind it so hard.
Well, we were just talking about this today, Alex. The new rhythm game you're going to be confronting in a couple of days, Baller Beats.
Oh, NBA Baller Beats.
NBA Baller Beats.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's you use the Kinect to bounce a real basketball to music.
Oh, right. I saw that was at E3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I would
Yeah.
like to say though about rhythm games was they've never left. It's always just a new game comes out. It started with Parappa the Rapper, then those games kind of died out. Then the next wave was DDR, and then those games. It's not that they're dying out; they die in popularity. People are still playing DDRs. There's still new Max like edits, whatever, coming out for DDR almost every year. You just don't see it in the media. Same with Rock Band. There's still DLC coming out. It's just not popular anymore. We're gonna see the next big rhythm game. It's gonna come out soon. We just don't know what it is.
It's gonna be a dubstep game. You heard it here first.
Yeah, someone in the chat just said, "Come on, Skrillex Heroes would be amazing."
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
god, it's
And
gonna...
you know what? Dubstep is like a pretty solid genre to have a rhythm game made about.
I don't agree.
Well,
I-
I don't care for
I mean-
it, but I think he means commercially it will sell well.
Yeah,
People will go out and buy it.
exactly. Yeah, I don't listen
I
to
feel
dubstep.
like it's kind of missed. I think it missed it. If a game would have came out about 6 months ago, people would have been freaking out. But I think people are starting to realize
Nah,
that
dude, you throw
they're
you-
moving on
you-
to the next thing.
You throw Skrillex on it, it'll sell. Anyways, well, guys, that is our show for this evening. As always, please follow us on all of our Twitters above our awesome fan-made background for DLC. This thing looks awesome. It is great. It's great. Remember, guys, follow Alex. If Alex gets to 500 followers on Twitter, he will 100% Wii Music. I'll probably be there too, so there you go. I will experience the sadness of Wii Music.
And Greg will have the time of his life.
True story. I haven't had fun in my entire life, and I will probably finally have fun.
When you get a hold of Wii Music.
Thanks to those geniuses at Nintendo.
You guys can follow the show on Facebook, facebook.com/thecompletionist. You can follow me on Tumblr, thatonevideogerard.tumblr.com.
Turnblow?
Tumblr,
isn't it?
Tumblr, Greg.
Turnblow.
Turbo.
Turnblow.
No,
Tumble.
Tumblr.
Hamler.
Turnblow.
All right, guys, that was our show for this evening. I'm Gerard. That's,
And I'm Greg.
And I'm Alex.
There
I'm
it is.
Foxhound.
and he's Foxhound. Thank you, Foxhound. That's right. Foxhound, thank you
Foxhound.
for being our chat monitor today.
Thanks,
problem.
Foxhound.
All right, and guys, now it's time for something totally different.
There it is.
Así que pues, no se vaya, oye.